recently, BTC has started up this huge controversy over BIP 119, which is called Check Template Verify. And the idea is to add in what's called covenants, which is basically that you can change the way that coins are spent. So for instance, right now on BTC and BCH, you can lock up your coins in a time lock contract, and you can't spend them until a certain date in the future. Or you can do multi-sig, where 3 or 5 people need to sign off to move coins, right? So those are the simple forms of covenants. And but this new change they want to put in is kind of expanding and extending that. And once you expand to some more complicated use cases, things get a little bit murkier, because you can end up with situations where things might turn into like implementing whitelists, for instance, that are implemented by the miners, but you might also have extra sort of power. With extra power comes extra flexibility, that kind of idea. So BCH, interestingly, already has this stuff. The devs already got these upgrades in like 2 or maybe 3 years ago, with a thing called Check Data Sig Verify. So BTC is literally years behind the game on this one, and BCH, despite having fork drama and problems, hey, shout out to Dynaporns in the chat, despite having forks and all this drama, it was still just getting these changes in, and BTC is only getting around to it now. So why this is happening is basically because at least some segment of the BTC community is really starting to feel the heat with the lack of DeFi that they have, essentially, to what Mark's point was. So this one guy, Jeremy Rubin, has like taken the lead on this, and he's like, I'm going to crack on and I'm going to get these changes into the chain. So he's now spent a little bit more than 2 years working on this proposal, making the software, proving the use cases for it, testing it, and all this stuff. So it's not been a trivial amount of work, but it's become a big grief in the last couple of weeks, because he's finally started to sort of go big with it and say, guys, we should put this in the chain. Like, I'm dead serious. Here it is. Take a look at it. Let's put it in, all this kind of stuff.